Hi, my name is Payton, and I'll be presenting to you my POL. And so, over this whole semester, I've learned 5 skills, or not only 5, but I've chosen my main 5, and I've gotten these skills from certain artifacts, and I'll be presenting to you my 5 artifacts. And I believe that the MPX program was a crucial part to my learning. And here we go. So my first artifact is the Heroes Project, and this started off with Ms. Calabro having us put traits of a hero onto the board, and we had to choose a hero that we thought contained some of those traits, if not all, and I chose my dad. And so we had to draft interview questions, and we had to draft a long story for them, and this was actually one of the most fun projects because it was interactive and I really got to know my dad. And so from this I got public speaking, because at the Heroes exhibit throughout the night everyone would come to my board and I'd have to present, and I just got practice over and over again because it would just be repetition, just practicing my speech on my project. And I believe this skill is going to be important for future presentations, next POL, and job interviews, and real life situations. And this was one of my favorite projects. It was really fun. My second artifact is the Alchemist infographic. And this one was at the start of the semester, and it was really fun because you had unlimited choices for your infographic, and I had trouble with this because my first idea was kind of boring. Ms. Calabro kind of helped me out, but from this I got creativity because I was kind of limited, or my thinking was kind of limited, and I had a boring idea at first, and then I started thinking about it, and I thought a waterfall would be cool. Starting with a timeline, and the events start from the top of the waterfall flowing to the bottom. And the skill is important because in the MPX program we're going to be doing a lot of infographics, and I believe that creativity would be a good, useful skill. Next is the work table. And so to start this off, our group, on paper we put down measurements, steps, and plans, and from this we got collaboration, and I believe that this is an important skill to develop in because the MPX program contains a lot of projects, and most of it is with the same group, including our year-long project, and also our hydroponics systems. And our group was, what I learned about our group is we're very efficient when we actually are working, but we also take a lot of breaks and we're very lazy. Next is the Mari's Garden field trip, and when preparing to go on this field trip, I thought to myself that I'd have to really listen in on this because I didn't really have a good idea of what hydroponics or aquaponics was, and I feel like going on this field trip really taught me a lot. And this is probably not just this field trip, but the other ones also. I had to really listen, and I got from this attentiveness, and I really practiced this because listening is how you get information, and this is going to be important because, well, listening in school is how you get information, and it's also in sports, at home, and that's how you get information. And it was really fun to see the whole garden, and walking around was cool. My last artifact is a Scramble for Africa game. And this wasn't really a major project, but it really got me thinking. So the objective was to move your country to a certain area in Africa to gain certain advantages, and each country had different objectives. My country was Spain, and I had to gain access to the coastal lines for trade with Asia. And from this I got critical thinking because each country had a different amount of pieces. Me, Spain, had like 2 pieces, and there were some countries that had 4 or 3, and I thought it was kind of unfair at first. But then when I thought about it, and Ms. Calabro told me, it made sense because each country is different in speaking in the sense of wealth and population and such. And I believe this is important because I'm going to be able to compensate for all the mistakes. This also helps out with all the projects we've been doing, like the work table, and problem solving is an important thing for MPX, I think, because you're not going to be perfect, and you're going to have to find a way around that. And this game was really fun, and it did get a little competitive. So overall, the skills I learned were critical thinking, attentiveness, collaboration, creativity, and public speaking. And I think my most successful skill was my critical thinking. I've practiced it the most so far. Problem solving I've used in all the building projects. And my least successful skill, probably my attentiveness. I'm not very good at listening. It's definitely not a strength of mine, but it does show in class sometimes, but I have to practice on that. And the Heroes project was the most enjoyable project for me, and it was really interactive. I got to get involved with my dad, and I did slack off here and there. But more things that I would like to look for in MPX are the more interactive projects, the hands-on, and doing not just paperwork. And I believe that I couldn't learn any of these skills without the MPX program, and it lets you take learning into your own hands. And I think that's a good idea because I really want to just learn. That's what I come to school for. And I'm glad I could present to you my POL.
Questions or comments? Questions or comments? I'll start off. Payton, I liked how you when you're
You like
said, I say a lot. I liked how you even liked. Yeah, I liked how you you took the time to pace yourself and search for words in your head. When you couldn't think of a word, you stood there and thought about it for a little bit and then kept going. So I liked how you didn't rush yourself. Ricky?
I like how you're very confident about what you were talking about, even though sometimes you didn't 100% know what to say at that moment. So you're very confident, and then you came out very clear.
I like how when you finish, you give a summary and just recap everything you learned.
Lately, Payton, I could tell that you were making a conscious effort to pay attention more. So I've seen that too. So good. Anything else, guys? Mahina? Did you raise your hand? I couldn't tell. Oh. Okay, go for it.
I liked how you went from the bigger picture of the project, the artifact, into the detailed scale.
Yeah. Very clear, easy to follow. Yeah. All right. Very good.